Hi everyone, it's James here from Pro Tools Expert. Happy New Year to you all. This is my first video of 2014. And I've got myself in a bit of a situation where I'm doing some recording on this here guitar, and it's not sounding quite as it should. I might need a bit of help, so I'm going to play the track through and, well, you see for yourself. Something not quite right here somewhere. Hang on, maybe it's the pickups. No. Now, yeah, okay, I've noticed it's a bit out of tune. But this is no ordinary guitar. This is the... I don't think it's that new, but I've recently got my grubby mitts on the AT200 from Peavey. Now, the AT in this particular case stands for Auto Tune. And Antares, the makers of that wonderful product, have teamed up with Peavey to produce this rather amazing guitar. Now, I'm not going to review the guitar, because when I tell you the price point towards the end, you'll realise why I'm not reviewing the guitar. It's a review of the technology rather than of the guitar itself, because quite frankly, there are better guitars out there. Peavey are probably the first people to admit that, but it's a technology review, and the technology is quite spectacular. So, I could tune it using the normal kind of rotary tuners on the end, or I could employ these two pots down here. Now, at the moment, I'm in fully passive mode, meaning the pickups are switched off. So if I switch it on, if I activate the guitar, you'll see this rather natty little green LED appear on the neck pickup. Then I'll strum all the strings and press the button, which is in fact the top pot, the volume pot. And amazingly, the guitar is now perfectly in tune, all the way up and down the neck. Now, if you're a beginner who has a bit of trouble with tuning, this might be the way forward. It gets the guitar perfectly in tune. However, if you're a gigging musician and find you need things like drop D, drop F, drop whatever, it's really, really simple. All I have to do is press down on the first fret, and now I've got drop D. Or I can even do ridiculous things like bar an entire, like the 5th fret. We're talking seriously metally now. I can even go more ridiculous. Let's bar the 12th fret. I've now got a bass. Now, it's possible to do any range of tunings, things like dad-gad, open tunings, things like that, just from the actual key configurations. But the more up-to-date ones of these actually have those built in. So if you hold down particular frets and strum, it'll put it into dad-gad automatically, things like that. Very, very clever indeed. There is an unnoticeable amount of latency. There's quite a lot of processing going on the back of this thing. You can see there's quite a lot of the back of the guitar is chunked out for processing. Now, I think it's fair to say it's not the greatest guitar I've ever played. But again, the price point does reflect that. It's an amazing innovation. It's an amazing thing that Antares and Peavey have put together. but I won't be getting rid of my sort of mid-80s Strat. And if you're a collector of kind of vintage guitars, if you've got a 59 reissue Les Paul, you won't be rushing out to get one of these for its playability as a guitar. But as a piece of technology, it is absolutely incredible. I'd love to see this put on one of Peavey's upper end guitars, like the Wolfgang or something like that. Like a beautifully made guitar with this level of technology. It'd be very cool for a gigging musician. If you need to retune quickly, I can think of loads of times. It'd be very, very handy just to be able to go. The cool thing as well is, of course, because it doesn't rely on string tension, you could have your strings actually quite a lot slacker, so you can do all those ridiculous Gilmour-esque double bends and do all those sweeps and dives and things like that, and not have to worry about string tension, which is great. So let me just show you that one more time in slow-mo. If I turn off the system by pulling it out, you'll see no little LED, and I'll play it again and you'll hear exactly how bad it is out of tune. It hurts even thinking about it. So I'll push the bottom pot in, strum them all. You hear the tuning noise. And that's not to say the pickups are bad. They sound great. I mean, I've got this Marshall JCM 800 cranked fairly well, and I've got... It's a great sounding guitar. It's certainly more than a beginner's guitar, but the price point reflects the fact that it's not going to take on my sort of vintage Strat or vintage Telly. Nice job, Peavey. Great one. Fantastic. Thanks for letting me try it out. Thanks for letting me borrow it. Really, really clever. Check it out at a music store near you soon. It's not a plug, but definitely the technology needs to make its way into some of their more expensive guitars. I've been James. Happy New Year to you once again, and I'll see you again soon for another gear review.